We're going to title this episode, Don't Be Like Kristen. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to, just kind of share some mistakes that I've already made my first year doing like a big garden. And I'm going to share the mistakes that I have made so far that I have learned. So that way hopefully you won't make the same ones I did. Here's one of my mistakes. This is a Roma tomato plant. And I have been pruning the crap out of my Roma tomato plants because they say you need airflow and that's all important. But I've been removing the suckers and all of that because that's what I saw on other videos that you're supposed to do. And it turns out you're only supposed to do that on indeterminate tomatoes. And these Roma tomatoes are determinate. So you do not want to remove the suckers because that's where the fruit is going to come from. Good to know. Don't be like Kristen. Label where you plant your plants. I thought that I would remember where I planted things and be able to go back, maybe look at videos and remind myself where I did. Well, the thing is sometimes I was getting like little seeds and I was seeing little areas that were kind of open, and I just started like planting seeds in spaces and I have no idea what's planting. Like, here's one for example. I have no clue what this is. It could even be a weed. But here we go. These two plants right here. I have no idea what they are. They are in my perennial bed. I didn't think I planted anything there, but the thing is, there was mulch over here. And I only mulched around areas where I planted something. And unless the rain moved it over here, I don't know. It's gonna be a surprise. It's pretty though. Nice pretty green. Don't be like Kristen. Plant more peas. We have peas all along this trellis here, so that's about 4 feet. And I get maybe about 5 or 6 pea pods a day to eat. And I wish I was able to harvest more at one time for my family of 5. So next time I will be at least doubling what I planted before, like I did this year. Here's something that I did not know whenever I started this. You have to use a special marker when writing on, your little tabs, because Sharpies wear out in the sun, I guess. So I have all these little plants and I have no idea what they are. So it'll be a surprise. Here's another don't be like Kristen. Plant more than what you think you need. I was afraid of having too many vegetables and fruits. And so I was kind of, what's the word? I just didn't plant that much. And now that I'm starting to like harvest some things that I'm seeing, plants not make it or just the bugs now that are starting to come out, I'm noticing that you need to have more than what you think you need. And then you can always give extra if you're overabundant. Overabundant. There it is. Don't be like Kristen. Double bag your freezing onions so that way your ice cream sandwiches don't taste like onions. Here's another don't be like Kristen. Next year, I think what I would do different is instead of planting just these 4 cabbages right down the middle of the bed, I would probably do them on the outer edges, and then I'd be able to get double the amount of cabbages. I'd be able to fit probably about 8 because they can spill over into the walkways a little bit. And then that would leave that whole middle section for me to plant you know, some more things. So I think it would allow me to be able to plant more in this garden bed and get a better harvest for next time. Another don't be like Kristen. Last year, you know, I made my little raised beds, and I, you know, put some of my chick bedding and stuff in there because, you know, everyone's like, oh, chicken poo is great for composting. Well, here's the thing that I just very recently learned is that, you know, your chicken poop on your, you know, your pine shavings and all that, it has to, like, I don't know what the proper word is, but you can't use it right away. You have to let it sit for 4, 5, 6 months or something like that, because the nitrogen in the chicken poop is very powerful and it will kill all your plants. Which makes a lot of sense now, because last year in 2023, none of my plants survived in those raised beds. Now I know why. It's because my chicken poop killed them. Don't be like Kristen. Don't add a new trellis on top of an existing plant. Of course, it is one of the only onions that is actually bulbing and not bolting that I have, you know, this trellis digging into it. And that one, I mean, that one over there's got a little bulb action going. But, yeah, that was the nicest looking one. Didn't really realize it. Well, dag nabbit. I guess another don't be like Kristen. It kind of goes along the lines with what I said about, you know, plant more than what you think you need. Buy more seeds than what you think you need. And, like, for example, maybe not buy seeds more than you think you need, but maybe buy extra seeds of your favorite things that you enjoy to grow. Right now, my garden is kind of in a transition between, you know, the cooler crops and into the hot summer months. And I just noticed I used up all of my packets of green beans. I have no more. And I was like, man, I could be filling up all of these beds with green beans because I can preserve them, because I enjoy, you know, canned green beans. So I might have to go to the store and buy a couple extra packs of green bean seeds. Oh, don't be like Kristen. If you don't take the time to, you know, the little tiny lettuce seeds, to space them out in the beginning whenever you're planting, make sure that you thin them out when they start coming up out of the ground. I did not start really getting to harvest my lettuce and having more salads until I actually thinned them out and, like, I transplanted them and moved them, so they had more space to grow and get big. And I was trying to be a lazy gardener with lettuce, and it made it to where I didn't get to have as much fresh lettuce as I wanted. Now I've still been able to have a couple salads a week for the family with the lettuce that I did plant, which is good, but I could have had a lot more if I had in the beginning spaced them out or thinned them out. And don't be like Kristen. I started at the beginning, but I got just kind of excited with the whole growing season and just everything. Write down and keep track of the different like types of plants that you're planting. You know, like I've planted maybe 3 or 4 different kinds of green beans, and I don't know what I don't know what kind they are. Like, I didn't write them all down. And that's something I think that is good to know, because if you don't want to keep buying, you know, like if you tried buying like jade green beans, for example, and you planted them and none of them germinated or none of them produced for you, but you planted, what is it, Blue Lake Stringless or something? I don't know, something like that. you know, and you planted those and those did really well for you, you know, then you want to buy the ones that work in the future, right? So write your stuff down, write down what you're planting and the different varieties of plants that you're planting. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to follow along so that way we can all learn and grow together, like and subscribe, and we will catch y'all on the next video. God bless.